calculating the likelihood of your victory. Taking into consideration the fortifications of Threshold, the long period it has been under demon control, and Areelu Vorlesh, who is personally overseeing the defense, I would give the Crusaders a 30% chance of success at most.
30%. Great.
A dear guest on my doorstep. Please do come in. You have been long awaited.
Areelu opens her arms like a welcoming host. The gesture doesn't seem feigned, but you feel a strange menacing tension behind it. Like the echo of a nervous chuckle that was never uttered. The wound in her chest pulsates with a red glow. I can feel the madness radiating from you, Areelu. What has changed since last time we met?
Nothing at all.
Let's talk. We don't have to resolve everything in bloodshed.
We will talk. I promise. But not here. The path to your souls and the world wound's healing demands my death. The accursed Threshold prison where everything began must be where everything comes to an end. So I invite you in once again. Cross this threshold. I'll be waiting for you in the heart of the fortress, in the place where the wound was opened.
Okay. In the threshold, then we go. I would very much like to rest. Oh, we can rest. Oof. What's this? The artifact created by years of hard work of the servants of Pelura and the efforts of the finest spellcasters of the Crusade glows a mysterious light. The starlit astrolabe ball seems to be looking forward to the hour where they can release its power and unleash it on the demons. It is time to clear the sky over a threshold. I have no idea what this is.
This is it. The last fortress. It's been a long road from the river city to here. We walked and walked and walked along the road, and suddenly, there's no more road.
Are you ready for the battle?
Nobody is ready. It will be scary, very scary. In the last fortress, all the lies will end, and the truth will rise. It's scary, but it's good.
Truth? Lies? What are you talking about?
Nobody knows what will happen next. People are afraid of the future, so that's why they make it up. They lie to themselves so it's not so scary. They convince themselves and others of the things they make up. But one day the future will come. The story ends, for better or worse. When everything's already happened, there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. And there's no reason to lie.
What are you going to do when the war is over?
People used to call me a fool, a vagrant, and a beggar. Now they call me holy. It's so strange, because I'm just an ordinary little girl. But you know what's bad? I can see that some people are afraid of me. And some come to me and ask me if I'll punish other people for them. It's all so silly. It would probably be best if I go away somewhere, to a place where nobody knows me. They won't be afraid, they won't revere me, they won't ask me to work miracles. We've been on a long journey together, but it's at an end now. When we win, a new journey will begin.
Well, let's go. It's time to fight.
Hear that, Soot? It's time.
The crow looks at you with its clever black eyes and calls loudly. I never did really figure out what was with the crow. Oh, there's Wolf here.
Chief, is there any chance, even a tiny one, that we can just, call this whole thing off now and go home? Before, I would have just made a run for it, but I can't do that now. Something is holding me back, and I really don't like the thought of leaving you high and dry. See what you turned me into?
Have I turned you into a hero, maybe?
If you want to send me to the front line, I ain't going, so don't even try that hero stuff on me. I'm gonna fight because I don't want to die. And because we're kind of friends now.
What kind of friends?
Don't you go getting yourself killed either. I can't stand being sad, so just don't do that to me.
I promise, you'll have no cause to be sad.
And I won't be. At least not for long. I've got plans, you know. Lots of them, like getting rich. I won't have time to be crying over dead heroes. But if you do survive, I'll make sure to cut you in. That reminds me, the Tieflings merchandise is still at your disposal. Right. So don't be afraid to ask if you find yourself in need of something.
Potions. Potions! I don't actually know if he sells potions. He does. We got a whole heap of... I say a whole heap. You know, that's kind of a... Yeah, I got a whole heap of these. So many things. Okay. But potions, definitely don't see any potions. I need healing potions! Wolf Tiff, why are you holding out on me? Restoration of Lesser. It's not really what I want. Okay, that wasn't exactly what I wanted. It's fine. This is cheating! Bringing a demon lord to fight with demons. Poor things! I'll even feel a little less ashamed. This is a fine position. As soon as they show their faces, we'll incinerate them. Oh, it's great, boy.
Not a bad spot to end this war. Formidable, menacing. It has a certain style about it. Seeing as our contract is coming to an end, Commander, let me just say that you are the most impressive client I've ever had the pleasure to work with. And a highly lucrative pleasure it's been, too. Aside from those times when I was trying to kill you. For letting that slide and giving me another chance, I thank you.
Okay, let me try whatever it is you're smoking. A pungent but wholly unpleasant aroma assaults your nostrils as your lungs fill with hot smoke. You bring the full force of your will to bear against the sudden urge to cough and smoothly hand back Greyball his prized possession.
It's strong stuff from Garand. What do you think?
That's disgusting.
We all have different tastes. I like to slowly kill myself in this manner, whereas you prefer more extravagant methods.
You don't regret taking me up on my offer?
Of course not. Where else would I have had so many adventures? Besides, it's thanks to you that I've been able to add so many accomplishments to my service record, which will boost my rates in the future. You know, it's jobs like this, the ones that are both fun and pay well, that make me love what I do.
You tried to murder me. Don't tell me you've crawled right into the maw of the abyss for the sake of gold. Of course he has.
Well, it sure wasn't in the name of Iomade. Of course, money's not the be-all and end-all. You dimwits need someone with a clear head on your side.
Rude.
Someone to watch your back. I know how you hero types love sacrificing yourselves at the drop of a hat.
Greyball struggles to maintain his deadpan expression, but his mouth breaks into a smile despite his efforts. Time is money, and we shouldn't squander it.
Now you're talking. Why don't you show me who it is we need to kill to win this war? Areelu Vorlesh? I'll wish that lady sweet dreams with unalloyed pleasure.
The old elf stands frozen. It is unclear whether he is listening closely to the sounds coming from the fortress, contemplating something, or just dozing. Upon hearing your footsteps, he respectfully ducks his head. Commander, how did you end up right in the thick of battle? The storyteller smiles softly. This is not my first battle, Commander. I know how to defend myself, and the thunder of a fight has never stopped me from getting into another adventure. I have come to witness great things, and some unsightly demons will not dare to get in my way. Will you help us in the battle? A blind man is hardly what you will need when storming a fortress. I will stay here among the soldiers, guarding the gates against uninvited guests. If you manage to seize any artifacts whose nature you wish to know, bring them to me, and I'll read their stories. What do you think lies ahead for me? My gift is useless here. This story has yet to be written, and the quill is in your hands, Commander. I appreciate you coming here, right to the heart of the fight. How could I miss a story like this? I wish to witness it, not listen to a retelling in years to come. We took only the essentials on this assault and were forced to leave the prestidigitator golem behind. Can you use your magic to transport it here? If it makes it easier to complete your mission, Commander, I will do so gladly. I want to look amazing before we go and see Areelu. I wish you interesting adventures. Queen Galfrey.
This endeavor rushes toward its conclusion. I wish to speak with you.
Okay.
To be honest, I almost stopped believing that I would live to see this moment. It has been at least 50 years since I stopped hoping and believing it could happen. And yet, here we are, at the entrance to Threshold. All thanks to you. I have made a great many mistakes in my life, and I suppose I shall pay for every one of them, in this life or in the afterlife. But few mistakes became apparent to me as quickly and as painfully as my feud with you.
That's all in the past now. I hold no grudges against you.
I feel really happy. I mean it. I thought I would not have enough strength to drag this burden of regrets along to the final battle.
What are you going to do after we win?
I am going to rule Mendev. What else? I do not seem to have much choice in that. I have become a symbol of battle and of the war for our liberation. I hope I am wise enough to become a symbol of peace, too.
I have a request. When we win, the wardstones will no longer be needed. Whatever happens to me, free the angels imprisoned inside them.
You are right. I shall fulfill your request, although it will be difficult. No one in Mendev knows the sacrifice that the creation of the wardstones demanded. The stones themselves are seen as a symbol of hope and safety. To destroy them would be akin to dismantling the fortress walls around Mendev's cities. It will provoke suspicion and panic, even if the demons are defeated by that time. But the angels have done their duty and should be freed. Therefore, should we win, I shall carry out your request, even if it means losing the people's trust.
I have to go.
Yes, of course. May Iyomade be with you, or any other higher power you believe in.
May you stand strong before the corruption of the Abyss. Irabeth!
Commander, you promised us victory when it seemed impossible, and you did not let us down. Doing the impossible is your specialty. You have led us here, to the very gates of the enemy's lair. Now we will end this century-long nightmare once and for all.
You're so good at toppling fortresses by now, you can almost keep time by it. The Grey Garrison, Dresden, and now Threshold. So are we coming up on noon or midnight on the commander clock? Doesn't matter. The bards can settle that one. It's the hour of your triumph.
So much time has passed since our first meeting. Do you remember?
Of course. It was a long time ago now, but it's not the kind of thing you forget. I was almost buried alive. If it wasn't for you and Sela, my skull would be lying in some cave right now with only rats for company.
It was unforgettable. That attack on the Grey Garrison was the last desperate push. The last hope of holding the city when it seemed only a miracle could save us. We would have died there. But you and Anevia leapt out of the ground, and then miracles began to happen.
So, how would you rate our chances of winning? A lot of beer? Or not a lot of beer?
We have a chance. And that's a far sight better than how things stood not so long ago. Of course, it's too early to celebrate. We've still got a battle to fight, the likes of which we've never seen before. But I think you can pull it off.
With you leading us, those monsters should be worrying about their chances of escaping with their lives.
What are yous going to be doing after we win?
Personally, I'm going to be doing a big pile of nothing. For a month, or maybe 2. Irabeth too. Wheedling, blackmail, violence. I'll stop at nothing to drag her away on her first ever vacation.
Whatever you say, I can see surrender as my only option.
All right, well, it's time to finish this.
We've waited so long for this. Onward to victory!
To victory!
Lead on, Commander.
The old Pathfinder watches the towering threshold silently and then says gravely, "Lousy fortress. I don't like it. How did you get here?" Our branch in the Abyss has run out of funds. But among the slaves we have redeemed from demons, there is a sufficient number of experienced fighters who are ready to thank the Pathfinder Society with loyal service for their rescue. However, we don't need their service. As the venture captain is dead, the Society ordered me to move here to offer the Crusaders the grateful help of those we've rescued. I hope that we might enrich our treasury enough that I can return to the Abyss and continue my work. Yeah, it's just a level up. Just a level up. The demons have completely neglected fortifications here. They're in complete disarray. However, this plays right into our hands. Oh, what are you doing here? I fulfill my duty to Abada, of course. I am not afraid of chaos, so I go into the world of savagery and grief to bring light to civilization, law and order. Can you help me with something before the attack? As before I can help you cast necessary spells, and if you wish to recuperate, I make sure your rest is not disturbed. Awesome. I see you have brought the altar of Abada here to Threshold. Crusade army needs protection from the corruption of the Abyss, as do you, Commander. I'm deeply flattered that the privilege of granting such protection has been given to me and my god. Okay. See what stuff she has. More of those. Loads of those. Loads of those. Oh, I'm now buying loads of... I don't think I have that amount of money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2... Yeah, I don't have that amount of money, so, I still don't have that much money. I don't think I need that many either. Alright, hold on. I didn't actually put them back. Hold on. Definitely want more all the potions. We will be selling some stuff. We'll clearly have stuff to sell. That's a bit extreme. That'll do. Do you know what? I actually haven't tried this. Let's buy. I'm happy that I can buy stuff. I was very worried in case I wasn't going to be able to buy stuff. Essentially, though, I could probably rest. Quite the battle. It seems we're aiming to slay every demon in World Wound at once. Phew, hopping from one rock to another is exhausted. We'll make our stand here. Hard Lictor, okay. Defend the foothold until our last breath. No one can handle this better than us. The rest of them are up the top. So I think... Did I see that? There's my sock! Yay! Oh, you cannot rest here? Hold on, I thought I could rest here. I need to catch my breath. Right, choose a scroll to... kind of hoping for healing, but... don't think Nenio can. What about scroll of displacement? We'll try that. Okay. Oh, we are not talking. Got it. So, it worked. So, we got a scroll of displacement. I should have been making scrolls like ages ago. It's fine. I should have been doing it ages ago. Alright. We've spoken to everyone here. That's my personal chest. I can actually sell the stuff now. That's close. Let's sell everything here. Where will Jiff go? There he is. I don't know why I'm going to sell everything. I got excited when I got all those weapons. We're like, yay, weapons! Oh, I'm gonna keep that. Finger freezer! I just love the name of some of these weapons. It's fine. Is there any super duper weapons that I should buy before we leave? Like, who could use a really awesome weapon? If we've got 7. Lan could do with a really awesome weapon. Lan's Saving Melik bow is fine, but it hurts. Like, it really hurts. I don't think I'm gonna get a better one. Hunter's Assurance. An eye for an eye. I mean, that's kind of nice. I like that. So again, the Saving Melik one just has a better base. Dooba-dooba-doo. It just does. Yeah, I don't think anything's gonna beat that. And to be honest, the damage that comes off it isn't that bad, so... Isn't that bad. I haven't spoken to any of you.
I am calculating the likelihood of your victory. Taking into consideration the fortifications of Threshold, the long period it has been under demon control, and Areelu Vorlesh, who is personally overseeing the defense, I would give the Crusaders a 30% chance of success at most.
30%. Great.
Of course, the presence of an illustrious scholar of Galarion in your ranks, meaning me, immediately increases your chances by 5%.
Are you afraid?
Fear is an unproductive emotion that typically gets in the way of a good experiment. And I have never indicated that I do not support my loyal follower in her battle against the demons. I simply calculated your chances of success.
Whatever our chances, we're not backing down.
If you win, I'll make sure to mention you in my encyclopedia. Aha! With that as an incentive, your chances have increased by 5%. Consider this my contribution to your victory.
I love her so much. Well, that's my banner. I've already looked at the banner. Right, Soizel?
There it is. The Citadel, the Demon Army. You know, I expected it to be formidable and fearsome. Something that would make me quake in terror. But now that I am standing at its gates, I'm surprised at how little fear I feel. Do not mistake this for bravado. Our enemies are dangerous, but no more than that. We have traveled to the heart of the Abyss, and back again. Now we are home, on our own territory. This time, let it be the invaders who quake in terror.
Yeah!
I regret that Trevor did not live to see this battle, but that means that today I will be fighting for myself and for him. For everyone who did not live to see our victory.
What are you going to do after we win?
I will go home to Endoran. I will lay down my weapon and never pick up another so long as I live. Save a knife for cutting grapevines. I will serve the goddess in our old temple. And when the peasant children come to pepper me with questions about the crusade, I will do my utmost to make sure that my stories give none the idea that there is anything beautiful or romantic about war.
Yeah. You've changed so much since we first met.
I had to. If I had a choice, I probably would have stayed the same naive little boy I was before the war. The boy who had never killed, who had never been to the Abyss, who had never buried those with whom he had sat around a campfire only the night before. Even so, when I set out to join this war, my head was full of so many romantic notions. More than usual for a naive little boy. But life found a way to shatter those most thoroughly.
I'm sure your brother would be proud of you.
Pride is known as a mortal sin for good reason. It was pride that propelled my brother to join the crusade in search of glory. And look how that ended. No, I am not here to make anyone proud. I only want one thing. For this nightmare, after 100 long years, to finally be over.
Well then, shall we make it over? Are you ready then, to battle?
Ready. Let us drive the demons all the way back to the Abyss!
Our path leads on.
At last, this irksome crusade is drawing to a close.
Darren's smile reveals nothing beyond his usual genteel insertions.
All right. It hasn't been that irksome. All in all, it was a fine adventure. And the company was more than adequate. The most important outcome of today, of course, will be that I shall be immortalized in works of art depicting the Fifth Crusade as the most attractive crusader.
I see you're not afraid of the fight ahead. It's only a battle against the worst horrors of the world wound after all.
Perhaps I should reconsider. No. Others can be afraid. But I know who our leader is and what she is capable of. I have never seen you fail to rise to a challenge, no matter how impossible. So leave me and my optimism be. We will win. If anyone should be afraid, it is the wretches inside Threshold.
Well then, onward to victory.
And to the victory feast, I trust?
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be marvelous.
Greetings. Allow me to congratulate you on leading the armies of the Fifth Crusade to its decisive confrontation. Excellent. At last, a real achievement and a genuine chance of victory.
Here we are at Threshold. The final battle and the resolution of the world wound problem is at hand. Are you happy?
I suppose I am. Being happy is not in my nature, but for the first time in years, I feel something akin to that emotion. It would be interesting to analyze what I experience when I see the criminal Areelu Vorlesh defeated, the demons ousted, and the world wound closed at last. It promises to be an exceptional moment.
A rare note of contemplation appears in Reginald's voice. Well, Reginald, it's been an honor to fight alongside you.
And for me as well, Commander. For me as well.
Reginald offers you a sharp salute. It's time. Get ready for a bitter fight.
I am always ready.
Reginald nods gravely. I was going to say, where's land? We'll leave land to last.
So this is it then? Threshold. Grubby little spot, isn't it? Looking around, I'm thinking to myself, maybe if we'd built it somewhere else, not in this god's forsaken hole, somewhere nicer, maybe than Areelu, as her name, wouldn't have revolted. Maybe there would have been no invasion.
Maybe if people didn't come and kill her daughter, she probably wouldn't have.
But anyway, what's the use in wondering? Well, War Chief, are you ready? Ready to thrash all these Fae and Oglins and other Puxies? Ready to boot that king of the grasshoppers back to his magical beetle land?
Maybe it would have been better never to build Threshold at all.
But then, what would we have done with all the witches and mages?
Nothing. They'd be free to live in peace.
Maybe you're right. If we didn't bother them, they wouldn't bother us. Folk live like that in other countries with no problems at all. And they don't have world wounds opening up on them.
And after all this time, Old Brig, you could at least try to remember that we're fighting against demons, not Fae.
Still not long enough for me to know the difference between all the kinds of foul creatures. Remembering their names isn't my job. My job's beating them so hard they don't remember their own.
What are you going to do after we win?
What am I not going to do? That's the easier question. In war, there's only two things you can do. Kill and die. And in times of peace, there's no end to the things a man can do. I'm going to hold a funeral feast for my clan, like they deserve. And after that, the old head goes a bit doolally when I'm stuck doing nothing. I won't be idle for long.
And now we fight.
Fight! Ah! For
Sarkoris,
for
the LS clan, for the War Chief! Ah! I know we're going to talk to land, because I feel like they're done in an order here.
You know what's crazy? I never thought this moment would come so soon. It feels like only yesterday we were trying to bring a blazing Canabras under control, and now we're standing on the cusp of our last battle. Thresh, you help me believe in the future. And I'll be going into battle knowing for sure that there's a future waiting for us. So dying here is not an option, all right?
Right. We're fighting for our future.
Because if we lose, then everybody else loses too. I'd like to say we're destined to win, but the only thing I'm sure of is that we have to end the wound once and for all. If I go down, keep going. Don't look back. If you go down, I'll finish what you started. I love you, Commander.
I have no words. We've been going on easy for these too long. Don't you think it's time to give them one last?
There it is. The heart of the wound. The source of all the evil that has been wrought here over the last 100 years. It all began here. And we will end it here. If Areelu Vorlesh had never opened the world wound, I would never have ended up on Galarian. I would never have met Desna. Or you. I would never have embarked on the path of good. This invasion has killed so many innocent people, but it has also led to my redemption. It means my freedom has been bought with thousands of innocent lives. But I will do everything in my power to help you close this abomination, so that no one else has to die.
Now you're shouldering the guilt for all the victims of the invasion? Isn't that a little bit too much for one Areelu to handle?
It's not about guilt. It's just that I am ashamed to take any joy in my freedom, knowing that this terrible war was the cause of it. Everyone would have been better off if the world wound had never been opened. But then I would have remained a monster. Perhaps one day I will atone for all the evil I did. But it took a far greater evil to make my redemption even possible.
Well, you defeated the abyss within yourself. After such a feat, routing its armies will be a breeze.
I did not do it alone. You have led your army to victory, and me to my dream.
And what are you going to do after we win?
I now have a dream of my own. I will pursue it.
Are you ready, then, to battle?
I am ready. Let the abyss tremble in fear.
Hey! Well, are we gonna stick it to the demons one last time?
Have you thought about what you're going to do after we win?
I haven't had time to think about it. All of my thoughts are focused on the coming battle. But I think I'll stay here a while, help the world to return to a life of peace and catch any demons that aren't dead yet. And I don't want to leave all my friends either. When we have peace, there will finally be time to spend with everybody. And after that, well, stick a pin in a map. There are still many places in the world where people are in need of help. Wherever the road takes me, I'll find a way to put my blade to use. And this block of wood.
Oh, Scylla, you're a true friend. It has been an honor fighting shoulder to shoulder with you.
Back at you, friend. So, are we going to crush some demons? It's time to show them the door once and for all!
Oh. Okay. Let's go crush some demons.